kay President Nonoy, before he became president and assumed as president, he was actually our chairperson for the Entrep Summit. No, he's the chair of the Trust for Entrepreneurship. So I will give this to President Noy because he knows all the details about the Entrepreneurs Summit. Okay, go ahead, President.
Thank you, Madam Lido, Chair Lido. When she appointed me, I cannot refuse as chairman of the Entrepreneur Summit. But anyway, there's a story here in the Entrepreneur Summit. Now, we're looking at entrepreneurs from small to big. But the story here, in line with the innovation in action, is we want to put a lot of action than the talking. Meaning, this is where we should be able to concretize what's got to be done. So, the story here, if you look at if you have a copy of the program, this is going to be June 12 to 14. But the 12th here is, we're doing a collaborative activity with the Department of Science and Technology. If you remember in the past, doon na sila yung mga inventions, innovations. So that's the first day, they will showcase their inventions and innovations. In fact, there is a contest, no, regional invention contest, no? Which they will also award on the third day. So dito gihapon sa Waterfront Hotel. So on the first day, it's a holiday actually, no? June 12. So hopefully daghang tao po na. So dito na ay mga presentation sa ilang mga inventions. But now in the following day is really the summit proper. June 13 and 14 is the summit proper. So, what do we expect in the summit? This is a lot of learning. This is a lot of, I would say, in fact, eye-opening, I would say, sharing of very, very important questions that every entrepreneur is asking. For example, question, what's new? What are we seeing? What's new? Especially now when we are in the business of a lot of disruptions, we need to look at and anticipate disruptions and the trends in the marketplace. And in fact, one of the speakers will talk about how do you analyze numbers. So we talk about data analytics, no? But here, the speakers will talk about trends in the market. What's new? What do we anticipate? So how do we anticipate, no? Kana bitang may pa pero paingon na disruption di. So this is something that we need to learn, no? Because somehow in our lives we are always disrupted at some point in time, no? And especially in businesses. The next is about what are we concerned most? The next question, what are we concerned most? Now, as far as business is concerned, I've chosen the department, the DTI secretary to talk about the ease of doing business. What I'm concerned, ease of doing business. So, the secretary will hopefully elaborate about the progress of the law, because there's a law already about the ease of doing business. However, the implementing rules and guidelines has not been out yet. So, muna, we are anticipating kung sa makahay progress ani. So, here the title of his talk is Ease of Doing Business, Government as Enablers. Government as enablers. Kami sa negosyo, we really want government to help us, to enable us, and not to kill the business. I mean, they will not make the business difficult. They will not make it difficult. So, we look at government as enablers. The next question is, what are we most concerned about? So, speakers will talk about competitiveness. There's speaker talk about competitive. Another speaker will talk about the talent gap. The talent gap. Sige tag istorya bitaw aning yung ang atong mga graduates doon ay mismatch. But beyond that, in the future, what kind of talent and competencies do we really need to be able to compete? And that is one of the speaker will talk about that. We got a speaker from Asian Institute of Management. He is the head of the School of Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship. No? So he will talk about building the millennials for the future. So, wapo sa every time after the speaker mo sulti, interviewan ninyo. No? Ask question, kung doon na yung open forum interviewan sa inyo. Siya. So, I thought of in the process of preparing this, kaya I'm anticipating kung saan may mga questions relevant with our question. Muna question, no? What are the kind of talents that we need in the future? So, ganyan, yung what do we anticipate? What are we concerned about? What is it that what are the talents? And then one other speaker will talk about reducing the cost of business. And what is mostly major cost of business is about power, electricity. So one speaker from Aboitiz Power will talk about retail electricity. Diba? So, and then then we talk about innovation in the marketplace. The speaker from Eastern Communications will talk about innovation in the fourth industrial revolution. Ang kining gitawag dili fire innovation. Actually, this means fourth industrial revolution, innovation. And then another speaker will talk about PLDT siya, no? This is a head of enterprise analytics and market research. Una ning gitawag na ko katungingon na ko nga analytics, data analytics. We talk about that. Very, very interesting. So that's day one. Dili pa lang sa day one, daghan na rin magkakuna na rin, not full of learning, full of maybe realizations, things that we do not know what's happening outside. In fact, one speaker, we just confirmed, we're arranging, Live a Nest, we talk about dito sa Singapore, dito sa Japan, kaning ilahan pang buhat they will talk about in fact the ecosystem of the business, from building the business towards top of siya. Day 2, and by the way, in the evening, by invitation only, PLDT is sponsoring a CEO networking night. So, PLDT may magawa sa ating invitation. Siguro mga high net worth individuals, CEOs. No? Day 2, kaduha. So, we anticipate, day 2, kini karon, we'll talk more about innovations in enabling instruments and technologies. Muna ni ang medyo action yun, no? Digital marketing. No? Our speaker will talk about digital marketing. Okay? Sige matag-istura ba yung digital ba? Digital marketing is a very, very important way for businesses, whether small or big. This is really the main thing here. No? I mean, like, she will talk about the penetration of digital, where you can really transact everything through here in the smartphone. By the way, kato sa day 1 ay over lunch break, ang PayMaya will also be launching because we are partnering with PayMaya. Natin pakulo so that people will be encouraged really to go cashless transactions. The last time that we launched, I was asking, kinsa may nine app, PayMaya ba, GCash ba, ang Chinese, WeChat, etc. who are transacting Because in the other countries, they don't anymore buy using cash. They just transact through their phones. And that is what we're putting here. PMaya has allocated several hundred thousands to be credited to those who will be registering online, to those who will be transacting, etc. And so we hope that the businesses will also adopt cashless transactions. Lazada will talk about online selling. This is where even the small can sell international, can sell outside because through online selling. Now, another speaker will talk about alternative financing options to grow the business. No? Kaya inigong negosyo, kinala mo tag-kwarta po. Diba? So this is where the money part, no? Remember the 3 M's of business, helping businesses, mentoring, market, and money. Mentoring, we're doing constantly. Market is one name. Appeal na ng market, kini online selling, kini mga transacting na to ng market, and then money part is really growing the business. And then, we will also be launching our B2B app. The chamber is going to launch this B2B app. You heard about this, no? Ako naman yung isulti. Yeah, all member companies, 830, 1,000 companies, including the sectoral organizations, will be in the app, will transact with each other. Will buy from each other, will do business with each other so that everybody hopefully becomes part of their value chain. And this is the essence of inclusive growth. Inclusive growth. No? So, ano siya? That ends the day and a half. Ini kahapon sa day 2, day 3, breakout sessions. Small groups. A group of 50. We have 5 rooms. Unsa man yung 5 rooms? Unsa may iistoryahan ani? Very, very important because this has impact even beyond CBN. These are things that we do, the trust that was a Chamber of Commerce. Number 1, breakout session number 1. This is about, we talk about the ecosystem, putting the ecosystem to monetize and commercialize innovations and startups. It will complete the 3 M's approach model in helping entrepreneurs, especially the money part. So, muling reverse pitching o kining angel investing. This is new. Yesterday, we had a session with some potential angel investors. This is where we put together like-minded, well-meaning people who have money, who wants to help small businesses, especially the tech-driven businesses. Aron sila mudako. Saan nila pagtabang in the form of investments. Kwarta, at the same time, apila na nila mentoring, at the same time, i-appeal nila sa ilahang network sa market. So that's on breakout session number 1. This one will continue even after CBM, kining Angel Investing Program. Number 2, breakout session number 2, digitalization roadmap for MSMEs. No? This is where we will really put action now. For your information, siguro I can talk about this separately kay big project ni sa chamber. For your information, I have organized all member companies who are in the app development, software development, technical development, etc. Put them together because we want to deploy them to the different member companies. I-deploy na to aron tabangan ang member companies kung saan nila pag-digitalize. So mo ni dire na pud sila post dito, dinhi istoryahan kinsa tong mga member companies gusto magpatabang mahimo sila digital, mo improve nila digitalization. Now, I can talk about this separately, but this is a major project also of the Chamber of Commerce. Breakout session number 3. Now, this talks about professionalizing your accounting reports and accelerating tax compliance. Ano man Because we recognize also that the government needs to collect taxes. With the bill, there's a need also to collect taxes. However, we also have to make sure that the businessmen are able to do it, no, in a sustainable manner. So here, on the other side, I am also organizing all accounting and auditing firms, put them together and deploy them to the member companies. So, kinsa tong ganahan, tabangan, aron sa ilahan tax compliance. Kung sila libro, ayuson ng libro. Kung sa ilang kinahanglan, tabangan sila. Hangtod nga, mahimo silang tax compliant. So, major project po na sa chamber. Breakout session number 3. Breakout session number 4. Kini, po na kay we have invited the Department of Agriculture. This is about innovation in the agribusiness. Together also with the member local chambers. Kay, unsa man ni, tuyo ani. We want to encourage or to push value-adding ecosystem in the countryside with our local chapters. So, agriculture side ni siya. Agri-innovation. But at the same time, we're inviting maybe 5 from each local chapter na atong na-organize. We have organized Bantayan Island local chapter. We have organized Danao local chapter. We have organized Naga local chapter. If you remember, we just also organized Cordoba chapter. We will be organizing within the year also local chapters in Karkar, in Oslo, in Balamban, and in Bogo. So, if we bring, the influential businessmen from these different places and put them together with Department of Agriculture, we can look at what they should be able to do together with Department of Agriculture to develop the agribusiness in the countryside. So, una siya, no? And then, one big thing, again, as I've said, is the app launch of the B2B Inclusive Growth app, which also will be done on day 3, June 14. Muna siya ay the essence ang Entrep Summit. Unya, back-to-back sa Entrep Summit, na atay Expo, which will also be explained, no? Sa atong mga millennials dire.